So plan, Beau, since Danner's leaving us. Get my what?
Fat guy fan.
Oh, my fat guy fan. That fan's sweet. Mom bought that for me. Yeah. It goes higher than that, setting wise. Okay. All right, so listen. Danner's leaving us. So we're on our own here today. This Kia has an evap leak. That's one. We got to handle a TCC issue on this. And then we got Ford Focus with an alternator. And then I have another Hyundai outside with a misfire. So that is the plan for today while Danner is gone. Filming wise for the rest of you guys, this won't be the normal ScannerDanner. Let's do everything. You're doing what?
I'm bringing the drone in tomorrow. We'll just hover it right about here. And
We'll hold the fort down. But we got to get stuff done. And yeah, so we're going to roll with today. This is day 4, week 2. Beau's the man. Just got to say that. Beau's with me on this 2019 Hyundai Tucson. I was Tucson. I think it's Tucson. Beau's with me. Hold the camera. We're doing a 2019 Hyundai Tucson with a misfire, and see the codes: random miss and then cylinder 4 miss. Okay, and then I'm just doing a brake torque, so that's like foot on the brake and foot on the gas, and then listen to it. Wait, hold on. That was brakes. Hear the da-da-da-da-da. Hear it? Hear it?
Yeah.
That's classic, like secondary ignition misfire feel to it. And my brother said that the misfire monitor on this, it wasn't very helpful because it wasn't showing misfires, which I don't really care about because I can make it do it on a brake torque. So there's our total counter misfiring, and we'll just kind of watch our counts on our misfires on the test drive. We're gonna see if we can recreate the misfire on the road and watch some counters. We believe cylinder 4 is going to be our culprit because that's the one we got a code for.
It's only a 4-cylinder?
Yeah. It's missing right now.
Yeah, I felt it.
Did it show any counters?
Nope.
And that's exactly what Danner was saying. He was not seeing a counter. We don't.
I mean, wait, total count of mission relevant misfire misfiring.
What cylinder?
Cylinder 4.
Yeah, cylinder 4 is the one that we're.
That was 20. That's 23 right now. Why did it go away?
Because remember, it's a 200 cylinder firing event.
Cylinder firing event.
And then
resets after 2 or
missing right now. Pretty bad. Missing right now. Anything counting? Really? I got a dead miss. About quarter throttle, half throttle.
That means the sensor's bad or something?
No. Just, you can't totally rely on misfire counters. We're just going to do this without worrying about that. We have the ability to view ignition patterns. The unfortunate part is I did not bring my picoscope that has all of my secondary KV stuff. Still no counter showing on anything.
Nope.
It did initially. Danner was worried about that, but because what he wanted to do was show the misfire counters and be quick about it, right? And then just swap a plug, swap a coil, see if it moves to a different cylinder. The problem with that is we don't have good data to do that, right? So we're gonna have to attack this independently of scan data and see if we can identify whether this is a coil or a plug issue. This feels definitely to me like secondary ignition. It's a dead miss right now. I can hear it. Listen to it. Dead miss. I don't have any of my secondary KV stuff, so I don't know that we're going to be able to do anything here, but just kind of hold this camera here. There's multiple ways to deal with misfires. When you have a constant miss, to figure out which cylinder it is, cylinder 4 is the one we suspect. So I'm going to take this and unplug it while it's running, and I'm listening for an RPM change. So it didn't change. I'll do a cylinder that will change. We'll do cylinder 2. It's gonna get real bad. How bad it gets. Computer's just changing the idle. But cylinder 4, when I do it, no change. Our focus is 4. This is non-scope stuff. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this coil and plug and switch it with like cylinder 3 or cylinder 1. And then we're gonna redo the same test. That's the plan. All right, so again, the plan's swapping coils and swapping plugs. We got number 1 coil up there. This is the number 4. Let's see if we have any carbon tracks or anything. These are scratches from just taking it off. It's kind of tight in that area. Looking for like any type of carbon track. Not see anything visually, so we're gonna swap plugs first. So this is the number 1 spark plug, and this is the number 4. So nothing real visual, but I'm gonna put number 1 here and the number 4, and we're gonna redo our tests. We could have just swapped coils and did it that way, but we'll start with the plugs. Swap the plugs, leave the coils where they are. I'll get you a shot after. Well, currently we have no misfires, which is a little unfortunate. That's why I don't like doing swap stuff first. I like to get a scope on it and look at the waveform so I know what I'm dealing with. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of that with me today, so we're trying old school. Let's see if I can get this to misfire again. I am not able to get this to misfire. This is going to get a set of plugs, is what this is looking like. Figures. All right, I'm gonna bolt the coils back up, then we'll go drive it again. Just need to get this to be a constant misfire for me again is the plan. We'll go from there. Not that the misfire counters were helping us, but we'll try to use them again. Let's take this for a ride and we'll really focus on cylinder 1 now. It's gonna be tough to do this, to film, to drive, to look at scan data. Well, you guys can just watch me drive this car. You can watch my head. At least we'll have audio. I need it for audio, and now I can just look at the scan tool. So we'll look at the scanner together. Because you're just seeing the top of my head. All I did was swap plugs. Doing some swaptronics. But this is where scan data, we really needed that misfire counter to be a little bit more accurate for us. It should do it again. I'm looking for misfires on cylinder 1. We did see something on 4, Beau did anyway. Look like I still saw 2 on cylinder 4. If we stay at cylinder 4, then we're going to be looking at a coil issue. Yeah, it's still number 4. All right. Now we're gonna go back to the shop. We're gonna do a quick coil swap. Could have started there, I understand that. Just the route I chose. I guess I started with the plug because my thoughts were, if I swap the coils and then I still have a misfire on 4, then I would be swapping the plugs. So I was gonna do, that's just the path I chose. I've done it differently in the past. I'll share a link to a real good one we did recently on this very front with a shorted coil. Actually, it was a bad plug on that one. We swapped the coils. I think the misfire stayed in the same cylinder, so we knew it was not the coil. And then I showed the waveforms and everything else that I want to do today, but I can't, you know. Things are a little bit different right now. Working with my son, working with my brother, trying to get stuff done. There's other ways to do stuff. This is important too. understanding data and understanding how to do cylinder drop tests like I just showed, and then process of elimination using the RPM drop and then also the scan data. But the fact that it's not a constant miss anymore made the RPM drop test that I did when I'm plugging coils one at a time, made that not possible to be done again. Let's swap these coils and then we'll drive it again, look at the scan data. That's the plan. Yeah, there's always a possibility there's something else going on that's not an ignition related problem, but this felt ignition related to me. I've had many of you ask me over the years, how do you know? How do you know what an ignition misfire feels like? Well, you just got to feel them. Experience. They're typically intermittent, and they'll typically be very choppy and then under load as well. Now, we were able to get it to constantly miss for a minute, but after I moved them, I couldn't get the constant misfire back. There we go. Cylinder 1. The count on cylinder 1 went to 2. Yeah, you see 40, I'm sorry, there was 47 there. There we go, 24. Nice. Nice. So it needs a coil. This is getting 4 plugs. Those plugs look like crap. 4 plugs and an ignition coil. I'll call my brother and I'll let him know. This one was much easier than the last couple. I just want to say something here too, in case I know many of these videos are going to be pulled out individually and segmented, and you guys aren't going to really know what's going on. So my son Beau is a recent graduate of Rosedale Technical College, my alma mater, where I taught for 20 years too. He just graduated and was looking for a job, and then just turned out my brother tore his shoulder. He's getting surgery on his shoulder, and he's got another guy that's retiring soon, and he needs help. So I'm here every day right now, Monday through Friday, just walking alongside of my son, teaching him the ropes on how to be a mechanic. It's trial by fire. We are in school every day, right? And Beau he's killing it. I'm just so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. All right, so this one, we are at a holding point. We're gonna get 4 plugs and 1 coil, and then I'll get you guys a final wrap up of it. All right, Beau, you're cameraman. Let's clear the codes.
Put your seatbelt on so it doesn't...
Read the codes, good. Go back to our misfire, and then we'll just watch these guys down here, bottom part of the screen. We'll just drive it. Everybody else can see them, but you and I are just making sure on this test drive that A, we feel no misfires, and B, we see no counters. Cylinder 1 was where I moved the bad coil to, that it went from cylinder 4 to cylinder 1. I moved the plugs first. It didn't change. So I moved the plugs, didn't change. Still misfired on cylinder 4. Then I moved the coil to cylinder 1, and then the misfire moved. It's as simple as that. On a car like this, it's as simple as that. There's a lot of different ways that we can do misfire diagnostics. I'll teach you other ones as we go, like using a scope, especially if it's intermittent and you can't rely on the data that you're looking at.
It's running better already. Feel it.
Oh yeah. The interesting part was when I swapped the plugs first, the constant misfire went away, and that's just from moving the coil. Unplugging the coil and swapping the plugs and plugging them back in. You've kind of disturbed the coil, and the misfire actually went away. It wasn't constant; it was still there, but this feels good. All zeros on the tool.
Yep.
Now there'll be some people that say, hey, is it bad to disconnect coils while the engine's running, because you can spike the computer when you unplug a connector? And on this design, the 2-pin coils in particular, the computer's controlling the coils all the time, and there's huge spikes on that circuit. There's 400 volt spikes on the control wire that goes to the computer when the field collapses on the coil. So I'm not creating any more of a spike by unplugging the coils. No, you're not gonna hurt the coil or driver by unplugging it with the engine running. Some cars you can't do that, like Toyota, because of their monitoring circuits called an IGF, ignition confirmation signal, that when you unplug a coil, then the car stalls. So you can't do the test. It's just the car stalls. But no, this is good. This is finished. But RPM drop test, there's other ways to do it too. You can unplug injectors, but this being a GDI, that was not an option. And many different ways to address a misfire. Constant miss, you can actually do exhaust temperatures with a thermal camera, and you can see a cooler exhaust pipe, so you know what cylinder's misfire. There's so many different ways it can be done. So yeah, props to Beau today. Great job today, son. Helped me out tremendously on various things. And yeah, this is week 2, day 4 of Beau being a technician, and Dad walking alongside him, and Uncle Jim being the man for everything. You'll hear, we kind of made fun of like what this series is gonna be, and we're gonna call it Hey Danner. Because I'm like, hey Danner, hey Danner, hey Danner. Yeah, so yeah, good one. Thank you, Beau. Thank you guys. See you next time.